Speaking of another verses, we got my man, the reggae artist Sizzla, mad at DJ Khaled. He said, he got a couple of issues with Khaled, man. I don't know, man, but supposedly something about a song that they did, which I'm not sure because I don't know all the songs that they've collaborated on, but supposedly the song had a few artists on it, and one of them was an LGBTQ artist, and I think Sizzla felt like they were trying to make this LGBTQ artist the face of Jamaica and the representative for the whole Jamaica, and he was just like, nah, we got all these other artists that came before this, and now you trying to say this is the face, and I don't think he meant it in like I don't like LGBTQ people. It was just more so like, like let's say you got the Juice Crew, rapping. You got Kane and G Rap and all of them, Roxanne and all of that, and then somebody comes out right now in 2022 and says, "Yeah, I'm the face of the Juice Crew." No, we already got the legacy.
Yeah, it's like Tekashi 6ix9ine came
out. You ain't no motherfucking Pete. You know what I mean? You ain't no limit. But yeah, so I think it was just one of them where he just felt like, so he got platinum plaques with Khaled, but he kind of took him and burnt him because he was just mad and felt like he was being done wrong and some other stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know the whole story, but it was funny.
Like I said, man, like Jamaica don't play that shit.
Yeah.
They don't play that shit. That's nothing against the LGBTQ, but they country don't.
Yeah, they're very strict about their ways and their culture.
Yeah, they don't play that shit.
Yeah, they don't play that shit. They are very strict about their ways and their culture.
So they don't. Yeah, so I understand. From that perspective, I understand, why he was upset about that. Mm-hmm. But here, it's like that shit's pushed.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, it's just, and I think with them pushing it, it kind of messes up really the art, because it's like now y'all just trying to push the person that's in that community, whereas is not pushing the art. Because,
right.
Like, for instance, like I said before, I mean, there's anime and, Brittany's got me watching K-dramas and stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, they address those things in it. But that's not the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And those people, those people that are in those communities, they are a part of those communities, and they kind of explain like, okay, this is how they feel and all that, but it's not like they, overly sexualize them too.
Right.
And in those things, but yeah, it's just, but yeah, like as far as Jamaica, like, nah, I understand, because I mean that's pretty much like, because even with Africa, what I'm saying, they don't play that shit. They don't.
Yeah.
Like, you damn near, you come out there with that rainbow flag if you want to, you finna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, they, that's just how they are. They really are very patriarchal, I guess. Mm-hmm. But, it is what it is, man. That's I ain't got nothing against Jamaica, but they way stuck in their ways, and so that's why I've always been like, I would have loved to visit there, but I don't want to live there, because they crazy out there. They crazy.
You don't want to go by the beach, boy.
By the island. Yeah, man, but yeah,
Jamaica's pretty chill though.
Oh yeah, they are. They definitely are.
Yeah,
They contributed to the culture,
yeah, man.
Of hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we shit. Some of our biggest hip hop artists, we wouldn't have that if it wasn't for the islands.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
saying? Busta Rhymes is half Jamaican. Heavy D, I believe, was half Jamaican. Biggie, yeah, Heavy D.
Like a lot of and I just think, this whole B1 and all the FBA and all that stuff, it's like all these fractions.
Right.
It just, it kind of forgets of like, look, we are all a part of this culture. We just need to, unify and stay together, as opposed to like, fighting over the little difference we have.
Exactly. All right, well, I guess we can kind of move on.
Yeah,
Just
my
got a couple
bad.
more topics. No, you good, man. But they tried to cancel my man Kevin Hart, man, over some comments that he made.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me get
Yeah,
this.
let's give him a boo a little bit. Oh, we lost our speaker.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, come on now. Oh, there we go. Mother. There we go. There we go. Yeah, boo.
But basically, you know, they have an actual hashtag going around called "Cancel Kevin Hart."
Okay, so why are they canceling?
Because he made some comments recently. I don't know, maybe in an interview or something, where he said that ancient Egyptians were black, and that was just complete blasphemy to them. Exactly, and I don't get it.
I don't get it.
That was complete blasphemy to them, you know, because they still want to
blasphemy for who?
They still want to whitewash the Egyptians, man.
Who was them?
I don't know, but it's a lot of people supporting.
First of all, let me tell y'all, fuck them, because first of all, I mean, I don't know, because you guys created the maps,
all right?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Egypt's in Africa.
Well, see, they don't want to admit that though. They keep trying to say it's part of the Middle East.
Oh,
because it connects the Middle East to Africa, so it's like that
and
in between.
First, and let's go ahead and get that out the way. Middle East is a new term. They just came up with that shit,
right?
Not like just like, you know.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that's not even like it's a modern term.
Modern term.
That hasn't been back in the ancients and all that stuff.
Right.
Second of all, let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and cook with some grease. You know what else is on the African continent? Israel.
Yep.
Israel peoples were black.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do like them ancient Israelites. There's a lot of proof that they're dark skin. They look like this man.
Well, they probably look darker than me.
They were darker than me. Yeah,
they probably darker than me. But I mean, that's the thing, man. It's just like why. It's really sad that we're now being canceled for telling the truth.
Right.
For telling the truth. Just like with the whole Kyrie situation, the whole Kanye, love him or hate him, you may disagree, agree with him, but the sad thing is, it's really sad that we're in a day of like, oh, you can't say that.
Right.
And then you wonder why, like, certain groups of people who are high up on the get above us, and they're in control, so-called allegedly control the media, entertainment, and all that other stuff. It's like when they get above it, then they trying to hurt you. Always reminds me, which I did not get a chance to see. Did you see where they had the guy from the ADL come on the Breakfast Club? Yeah.
I bet that was interesting.
Man, listen. So I want to shout out Rizza Islam. He actually had a breakdown of the actual. He didn't get all of it because he had some points and stuff. You need to, you go back and check that.
I have to check that out.
But it's really funny. Like you got a man that comes in. You know, this is supposed to be our culture. You know what I'm saying? We don't bother. You know, for the most part, like this is black culture. It's funny how like for them to not be in, you know what I'm saying, not into into what we are, they try to like control this thing, or they try to have this narrative of, you know, you have to say this, or you need to say it like this, or you know, and it's just like I was saying, like most of these, you know, going back to the Kevin Hart thing, like you have to stand on something and speak out because, you know, it's just, you have to, because they're gonna, you know, and that's another thing too, with that, is like from them being above, then you wonder why, like these people, you know, these so-called people that control everything. I think I forgot. I was listening to somebody, and they were saying that most of these same people that run our media and stuff, like, hey, if you go back into like the history, they've been kicked out of so many countries because of the main thing that they're doing now.
Mm.
They're getting, good in control of, all media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then now they just, then now, like, if you speak out on something or say something that's not with them, it's like, oh, they run the play like, oh, anti-Semitic. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, nah, man, it's just getting to a point that they use it so much, it's almost like a cry wolf almost.
Right.
Especially when it comes to, but they really do that towards us.
Right.
More so than anybody else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, it's weird, man, because the fact that y'all ready to cancel a man over his
for telling the,
even if it wasn't the truth, it's still an opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, let it go. I mean, but my thing is, if he said ancient Egyptians were white, I guarantee you I wouldn't have no problem with it.
Oh, yeah.
They were like, yeah, he's speaking the truth.
No, because they, man, let me tell you, like, with the whole, like, Charleston Heston, the whole Moses joint, and all that other stuff, like, it don't make sense. Like, in the Bible, it said that Moses was raised among the Egyptians. Mm-hmm. The Egyptians were dark-skinned people. Mm-hmm. So you know what that means. Moses was a dark-skinned person.
And he was from the Jewish people.
Your buddy that we're allegedly having his birthday tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Jesus. His birthday's tomorrow, allegedly. Allegedly. But anyway, so he was born, and when they were persecuting Hebrew boys, guess where he went to? Egypt. Mm-hmm. All right. So why would he go to Egypt and hide?
Because he could blend in.
Yeah. When you're in a sea of blacks, you can hide in a sea of blacks.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no way them Egyptians is white. Especially where the sun is.
Right. The further you go down there, the darker people gonna be.
And matter of fact, that's why them cats that say that, they Jews, but not getting fucked up by that sun right now.
Hey, I mean, that's the thing, you know what I mean? But that's how people, a lot of it is just America's in general. Not even a lot of the other countries. Just America is the main ones who just be mad at this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm sure other countries will say something too, but you can, it's like if you go to somebody, a white person in America, and say, ancient Americans were red-blooded Indians. No. I ain't never seen none of that.
I'll tell you what, goddammit, I'll tell you what, man, them damn Indians was white.
Right.
Them damn Indians was white. And when we came here.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say, but if you look around, that would make them feel like that's true, that's a lie. That all the people who were here in the beginning were white people, because there are some Indian people left, but a lot of them have mixed in with white culture.
Yeah,
so
but that's
because
they breeded them out.
Right.
Because that's a part of their culture. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're part of the Roman culture, where what they do is they come in, they see your culture, they see it, take all the good shit from your culture and all that stuff. Say they did it, and then you literally become them. They breed you out. That's why they have a problem with us, because they try to breed us out. They try to eugenicize us and all that other stuff with eugenics and shit.
Yeah.
And all the shit that they do come back on them. So it's like, they've been man, I'm telling you, it's been crazy. They've been trying to do all that shit. Mm-hmm. It just,
It's a shame, man, but it is what it is, man.
But it ain't like, and that's another thing too. Like, I don't want to think like it's all white people, because not all white people think like that. Yeah. It's just the powers that be, the people that we don't see. They think they have this mindset of that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, it is what it is. Y'all let us know in the comments, what y'all think about that whole Kevin Hart situation, and don't forget to hit the buttons.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters.
We need funds.
We need funds.
Allocated. But yeah, man. So we can go ahead and move on. My man, Bishop Lamar Whitehead was arrested by the feds, man.
Oh.
Can you do me a favor? Can you look that up? I don't know if you can Google it.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
can't remember
yeah,
what the charges were,
yeah.
like what he actually got. It was some kind of, I think, fraud or.
Oh, yeah, it was fraud.
Was it fraud?
Oh, yeah, the nigga did that shit.
I just wanted to see what the actual charges were because I think it was fraud or something about money laundering or something to that degree. Yeah, something with money. You know what I mean?
Because he went to jail for fraud the first time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me see here. Let me. I'm trying to
because it's an interesting thing. I mean, he done been in the spotlight. This is like the umpteenth time for him.
Okay, so I mean? Wait a minute. It's the New York Post. That'll probably be accurate as possible.
If y'all remember, first he was at his church and he got robbed on camera, and a lot of people said that was fake.
Oh, that's fake as hell.
You know what I mean? And then he had to issue a month later where he almost choked the girl out because she was, giving him back talk in the church. He don't play that. You ain't gonna be giving me no lip.
Okay, so Brooklyn's Bling Bishop, Lamar White.
Bling
Bishop. Lamar Whitehead arrested on federal fraud and extortion charges. Dang. I think, from what I would understand, I think there was one lady that actually he owed $1 million. He got like $1 million out of.
What website is that?
This is Gothamist. Okay. Gothamist, but it is powered by the Washington, New York Post. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, WNYC.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But he done put out a statement talking about just because you was arrested don't mean you guilty. So, we don't know what's going on, but we do know it don't look good because he always getting in trouble for something. So it's like something ain't right.
So what it says, I'm going to skip past this part because because we already know about this. Okay, Lamar Whitehead, the 45-year-old clergyman, longtime friend of Mayor Eric Adams, is accused of a federal indictment of swindling one of his parishioners out of $90,000 in retirement savings. I think it said 90,000, but it was actually it was more.
Yeah.
I don't, just one particular. In a separate screen, Whitehead allegedly used threats to force to obtain $5,000 from a Bronx businessman. He later promised the same man he could attain favorable actions by the New York City government if the man gave him $500,000 and stake in his certain real estate transactions, despite knowing he had no ability to detain such actions.
So he running Ponzi schemes. Yeah. He basically you give me some money to invest, and I'm gonna give you this huge return on your money, and he ain't coming through.
So
you need to stop, man.
As we alleged today, Lamar Whitehead has abused the trust placed in. Excuse me, let me reread that. As we allege today, Lamar Whitehead abused the trust placed in him by a partitioner, bullied the businessman for $5,000, and then tried to defraud him of far more than that, and lied to federal agents. This is what the words of U.S. Attorney Damon Williams, his campaign of fraud and deceit stops now. No, they gonna live that kind of thing. Damn. Let's see. So basically, in a nutshell, just schemes.
Yeah, and, wow, man, it's frauding people out of their money like that.
Bishop. It's really sad because, what I'm saying? Damn, actually I can go back, but yeah, it's really sad because, what I'm saying? Especially I've said my things about Christianity and whatnot, but there's some, there's people that are really trying to, worship God and do the right thing, but then you have people like this dickhead come along and just fuck it up.
Yeah. And then makes everybody else
look bad. Makes everybody look bad that are a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you can say what you want to say, but most Christian folks, you know what I'm saying, especially common people, working people, they just, they want to worship and praise God, but then they just want to go to work and, have an honest living, be a decent human being for society. But then you got people like that just want to exploit the people, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Really sad, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure the bishop is gonna stay in trouble because I mean, people like that. If he really is doing it, he's greedy. And those people who are that greedy for it, they can't stop.
Yeah.
So the moment he get out of jail, he gonna think of some other way to get money. You know what I mean? And get people to double up on them contributions to the church. Look, we need money for the building fund on top of the other building fund. We need the garage fund. You know what I mean? We need the pastor fund. We need the Pastor P's fund. We need the Super Sunday fund.
And then we need the Ain't No Motherfucking Beef fund.
Right. So yeah, it's gonna always be something, man. But anyway, y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments. You were telling me about a recent episode of Math Hoffa he had on Grandmaster Caz.
And he had Grandmaster Caz and Melly Mel.
Melly Mel?
Yes.
Okay.
So the only clips, I only got to see a couple of clips, but he actually had they were actually talking to Melly Mel, and he was actually talking about how, like, hip hop is, they talked about, the generation gap. And Melly Mel was like, well, no, it's no generation gap. I just think, this generation don't have respect. They don't have respect. And not necessarily, and I think for what I understand, he was saying not all, I'm not saying like worshiping and,
right.
Us and everything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I think he was saying like, this whole, like we were saying with the whole Rico case and stuff, and this gang shit with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna come through, kill a dude, take the tombstone to his hood and put it there. Like, that's fucking disrespectful.
Yeah, man.
Because, like, it used to be a time.
Man.
Yeah, it used to be a time, like, I mean, I have not lived this life. So I'm definitely speaking vicariously through somebody else. So while I understand the people that I listen to, or, what I understand from their experience, that there was a time like, hey, we about to beef. All right, like let's say I had a beef with you, and this is back in the day, right? You out with your family. Well, I can't hit you right there in front of your family,
right?
Because your family's there.
Yeah,
it's like out of respect. Like, okay, yeah. It's like, okay, his wife and kids are there. Like, nah, I'm not gonna hit him there. I'll wait till he get along with something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be fucked up, but but the thing of it is now they just don't give a shit. You could be like at your mom's house or whatnot. They just point them out and just air the whole shit out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
killing everybody.
Yeah, it's just It don't make sense.
Yeah, and I don't understand the thinking behind that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care how much beef I got with you. I'm not gonna involve your kids or your wife.
Yeah, because they don't have nothing to do with it.
They don't have nothing to do with this. This is between me and you. So, let me and you squash it. Either we can meet up somewhere, or if I run into you and you with them, I'm gonna just keep it a buck and I'm gonna just keep walking. I'm gonna see you another time. You know what I mean? We're gonna see each other somewhere. Yeah. So, that's how it should be. You should have some level of respect for those types of things. Now, if you try to hide out in public all the time with your family, no, don't do it, man. I'm with my mom. Yeah, they're gonna come for you eventually, but you can't do that. If you really on some real shit, that's how they handled it back in the day. You're right about that.
So they basically was chopping it up, like the couple of clips I saw, and like I said, I want to see some more. I didn't get a chance to see more because I mean, Melly Mel, he one of my faves, and then Grandmaster Caz, I call him all the time, especially when people do fucked up shit.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's
always
nothing bad on you. Always nothing good neither.
Right. But yeah, man, I gotta check that out, man. I love to hear from those pioneers from the early days of hip hop, and they still do a lot for the culture, man. You know what I mean? I want to get Grandmaster Caz's book too. He wrote a book a couple years ago.
Yeah, he actually did.
Yeah, I want to get that. But yeah, man. So and then another thing I wanted to kind of celebrate. My man Too Short legendary Bay Area rapper, got a day named after him called Too Short Day, which is yes sir, yep, and they named it officially for Oakland on December 10th. So every year in Oakland on December 10th is Too Short Day. You know what I mean?
So is he the only rapper that's got a day?
I don't know. I want to say there's some other days too. I want to say there are some.
Well, no, I know Wu-Tang got one as a group, but I mean, I think they do.
I want to say there's a Biggie Day in New York. I want to say. Chirac got a day named after her.
Yeah.
We talked to her about that.
Yeah, we did.
Because she messaged us wanting us to come up for it one time. So but yeah, hers I believe is over the summer. I want to say hers is in June. So yeah, they definitely got some more rappers with days for them. So that's what's up. But yeah, I just wanted to give Too Short that shout out, man, because I mean that's a pretty big thing. He did a lot for Oakland and put them on the map, and because I mean when you hear about West Coast rappers, a lot of times you would always hear about Los Angeles or Compton. You know what I mean? Those Watts right in that centralized location. So it wasn't until later on that you started realizing, oh yeah, Too Short did it big for Oakland and
the Bay.
Yeah.
Down there for Vallejo.
40,
Vallejo.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg put Long Beach on the map. You know what I mean? Compton and Long Beach together. Now you in trouble. But yeah, man. So that's dope, man. And then last but not least, you were telling me something about a situation with Kyrie and a shoe situation.
So Kyrie Irving, since he's not, Nike's not sponsoring him anymore, he's getting a shoe deal with a black-owned shoe company.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man.
So for what I understand, and I don't understand why they're mentioning Music Soul Child about it. So they're in the transition of actually completing the deal, for what I understand from this article.
Oh, okay.
This is from The Source.
Maybe Soul Child's investing in it. Maybe he's like a silent partner or something like that. I don't know.
So basically, he was basically saying that the shoe company is called SIA Collective.
Okay.
So and basically what happened was TMZ because they always catch everybody.
Right.
TMZ is a fucking feds, man. But anyway,
exactly.
So basically, Music Soul Child was out and had like some shoes on. They kind of look like Crocs. I'm trying to actually find the shoes. I just seen the picture of it, but they're basically like Crocs or whatnot, and they're foam shoes. And said, yeah, these shoes are actually made, by a black name, and the shoe, like I said, the company's called SIA Collective. So I don't know if he's going to make like an actual. I'm thinking he's going to make an actual sneaker.
Right. Yeah, I would imagine so.
So the SIA is owned by Delvin Carter.
Okay.
And he has about 4,000 followers on social media, and the brand is in Oakland, California, I believe. Oakland.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm hoping that this deal happens. I don't know, how that's going to be, but I think it would be cool to, especially for these athletes. I mean, as much as we pump money into Nike and all these other brands, but to have another choice. I'm not saying that, you should. Well, I mean, as I should say, I'm not going to sit here and tell people to boycott Nike and all that stuff. Right, going to, at the end of the day, people going to do what they want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, it's good that now that maybe with this happening, black people will have a choice. Like, okay, maybe I don't have to go.
Right.
Maybe I can go here. Yeah, maybe I can support this man, get his brand up.
Yeah.
So we can have other stuff coming around.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
We got to have more competition because, I mean, that's how a lot of these giant companies form because they start making a certain amount of money. Then they're like, okay, now I'm just gonna start buying out all the little guys.
Yeah.
So it'll all look like it's coming from me. And